I got out the Marine Corps and I went to work for them as a DOD police officer with the military police. My post-traumatic stress was a problem at the job. Couldn't remember stuff that I wrote down, was losing stuff, was agitated, had a bad temper. I was thinking about possibly ending my life. Life was bad. I had lost my job.
He slept on the floor for the first year he got back. We couldn't go places. You know, you never think about the impact that it has on an individual and the impact that it has on a family. We didn't know from one day to the next day if he was going to explode.
So when I came here, I wanted some relief. I wanted to figure out what was the matter.
The reason I came here is for PTSD. Certain stories that happened overseas or whatever, they just weren't getting out.
One year he was in the hospital 4 different times for suicide attempt, plus punching holes in my wall, and the anger that had to get under control, and it wasn't going nowhere for 3 years. So that's when I enrolled him here.
I was a victim of sexual abuse. Military sexual trauma is what they called it. I didn't notice what it was called anything. I was a mess. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I didn't know what was happening, and I had PTSD from being assaulted in the military.
I came to Road Home because I was struggling with PTSD and alcohol use. And essentially what happened was I lost my marriage over PTSD. Going from combat to civilian life is very difficult. And I actually always attribute it to, you know, like say the Spartans back in the day, right? They came back, they were still known as warriors and they were treated as such, and they weren't expected to necessarily fit in with the rest of society. Whereas we're given 2 weeks of decompression time, and then we return back to the States, you know, and go right back to work after a week or two of vacation. That's it.
Who I was working with through the Road Home program made me feel safe. I went through an intensive outpatient program, which was wonderful. It was very hard, but it helped.
That was my problem that carried on to me being a police officer, to my life, and I didn't know it till I came here.
I just learned about his story, and it's 2017. He never shared that with me.
This program is the only program that I've been in where they reach out and touch the family.
And when I got here, I really saw the change. And it was a positive change because he actually took the tools that they gave him and it made a difference. You know, he would rub his rock that he has in his hands now to calm himself. He would think about the mindfulness, living in the moment, versus allowing his thoughts to take him somewhere else.
I have a newfound relationship with my family. I have 7 little brothers and sisters. It's a tough road, and it's long. It's more like a marathon, but I know that I have a future, and I know that I have the tools to deal with whatever comes my way.
This year, he did not have any suicide attempts.
Now it's like, okay, how can I get involved helping people like me with PTSD and stuff like that?
He's in charge of 3 PTSD groups, and one of them's rolling really well. Yeah.
Life is manageable now. I am hoping, my goal is for it to be pretty good, but life is, I'm managing. And I give thanks to the Road Home program for that.
So now it's like, I'm not in the Marines no more. I'm not a police officer. I'm a husband. You know, I'm a father. My mom has a philosophy. She said, there's no glory without no story. So I want everybody to know that I was at the bottom. Like I was at the bottom, the all-time low, and I came back. And it's a work in progress. It's worth it. It's worth it.